Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 12th of May. So starting off looking at this euro dollar, well, it's stuck a little bit, isn't it? It's this sort of expanding wedge sort of pattern appearing on this daily picture. I must say, yesterday I was wondering at what time it was going to eventually break from this sort of these highs here. It seems that this sort of 121.77-ish sort of area seems to be, if you look across horizontally, there's certainly some resistance around that level. Maybe today we'll see a break. It's weird old price action that we've seen here. I keep on looking and thinking, well, that weekly pivot's going to be hit at some point. Yep, that's not been hit either. It's just breaking my trend line. It may close above this sort of trend line that's sitting on the hour list here. If it closes above that, potentially we've got a sort of a break to the upside there, and if nothing else, if it's going to stay range bound and move back up to the 2170s. So we'll look at that post 8 o'clock. So that's the euro at the moment. The pound consolidated here as well. I mean, of course, Monday it pushed up a lot better. Yesterday again still managed to make a new little high there, and is holding up a little bit on the better side. Bit of divergence kicking across the 4 hourlies there. Saw some reactions to that yesterday, but it's consolidating, and again just drawing on trend lines earlier, and we're just seeing a break of this trend line at the moment, again looking like we could see a bit more bullishness continue through into the European session in proper. So that's the pound, the euro, the yen. Well, the yen, well, it's been dancing around a bit here, not really going where I thought it might go. There is a trend line that's quite clear along the highs there. We've got, of course, this one along the lows. Do wonder where this is off to now. It's broken its lower trend line yesterday, running down to the lows. It looks like it's going to maybe pitch off again, and my swing long may just be too early. It's not wanting to go anywhere at the moment, but we'll see. I say swing, position long. Again, on this 60-minute, just looking, it's looking like on this 60-minute like it wants to break off here. But there is this trend line running across the top, so if it was to go the other way, it'd be much appreciated if it went the other way. But still looking to see if we can get a break of these highs here. But for now, to be fair, looks like the downside might be the winner. Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar struggling. Yes, they managed to push up a little bit, but not getting anywhere near what it did on Monday. Pulling back into its range. That trend line that I'd put on, I say trend line, horizontal line, I popped on there. It's struggling, but maybe on the shorter time frames it's looking slightly better. It's just down to its daily pivot again, trying to put a bit of a reversal bar potentially in here. I mean, yesterday it was just last week it was such a mess, pushing slowly out of there. With the oil prices, the copper prices, etc., it did well on Monday, but a lot more consolidated from there. And well, as I say, trying to do something here at the moment, and maybe we'll see a continuation there as well. Canadian dollar still short on this. It's well, it's slow, but it's still hanging around those lows there. I quite like it. It is one of the stronger, if not the strongest currency at the moment. Overall, pushing further south at the moment, and had just come back to its 4-hour 21. So the upsides have been pretty slim when they've happened. Again, there's a trend across the lows here that's going to visually see anyway, which could see a break and maybe those lows retested. But it has all slowed down. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of the cross pairs, euro yen. Often this does at least something, but it's sort of been, again, it's very similar. We've seen this sort of divergence at the tops here on the dailies, and it's, well, a bit more of a mess now, a consolidated mess on the 4 hourlies, and as we come down the time frames, quite choppy, very choppy markets. Hopefully we'll get a bit more of a trend going at some point, but choppy as we look. So nothing there to write home about. S&Ps, S&Ps, well, just looking at the mess here, it really has become a mess. I'm just sort of looking at 60 minutes, just come up to dailies first, and well, it's bouncing off its 34 again here. Maybe it'll find a bit of traction here. I've been waiting to see if we get a signal, a real breakdown, but I don't think this is really it. It's a couple of days, but it's looking this morning even that it might have a bit of a support, a break of the sort of 4150 55 area would be a higher low, and well, I would expect further upside. Yesterday it did run to, as I say, just carried on running off there, but I'm just waiting for when it starts actually showing its hand back for the upside there. Okay, and gold's consolidating around these highs here and really not doing too much at all. Again, it's like a lot of the currencies out there. It's really just not done too much of a pullback, a bit more like the Canadian dollar of anything. It's trying its best to get a shove up again this morning, but you can just see how rangy it is, and rangy it is at 1841 area. Price not being able to close above that at the moment, but likewise we've got a sort of an 1825 support area that seems to be holding. So maybe these markets will move this morning. Post 8 o'clock we'll get a bit more of an of course the risky thing when I'm ever doing these videos is that you're looking at these markets and then come sort of about 8:15 everything rolls over. So be aware of that. If this does roll over, there is a trend line across the lows there, or there should be a trend line, and just draw it on across the lows there, which would be quite key. If I could only draw a good trend line, it would be good. There we go. You should never try and do anything with technology in front of an audience. There we go. So that's the sort of line in the sand if it was to break further, but at the moment, for my thinking here, it's really looking quite bullish. Right, oil, of course. Let's not forget oil. So oil still pushing towards the highs there. It's can't fight against this at the moment. I talked yesterday about there's a trend running across the lows here around about there, which thought it was a little bit closer, but that's the sort of line in the sand. But for now, still pushing up, and well, I say still pushing up. It had pulled back yesterday, but managed to push back up again this morning, break above that 65, 66 area. Could see further highs. Again, this is all sort of tied in with a weaker dollar. We generally see commodity prices pushing up with a weaker dollar, so all fits in quite well there. Where to? Well, potentially back up to those highs, I guess, is possible, but funny old world oil. Right, and finally Bitcoin. Let's just have a look at this on the big picture. As he looks at this, no surprises there. The markets are pretty consolidated at the moment for the main, and we're seeing this in Bitcoin as well. Sort of Ripple's doing just about the same thing. The only thing that's really moving, if you're out there looking at cryptos, is Ethereum, and it's still pushing up, made new highs again this morning, pushing up to its well, what levels are they? 140, 143.75. It is the darling of the markets at the moment. So there we are. Oh, darling of the cryptos, I should say. I wish you a great day. I will just check there's nothing else there. Yep, covered oil, covered euro yen, John. So there we go. I wish you a great day, and I will catch you in the morning. Bye for now.